If, like us, you grew up playing games, there's a chance your first Sudoku was a rite of passage equal in importance to learning your first swear word or riding a bike without stabilisers. It should come as no surprise then that most of us forget how game logic can actually be so stupid it's like Facebook and the Jeremy Kyle show copped off and spawned a dribbling, sterile mule child. This one's for you, David Cage. It's our top 5 stupidest rules in gaming. First up, somewhat appropriately, is training. In the olden days when games were made of wattle and daub and Duplo, you read the instruction manual before you played the game, so you knew what the controls were. Perhaps while it was loading, except you don't know what that is because you're all young and lucky and full of hope. But none of us have time for that anymore, and instead we learn as we play, usually while some gravel-voiced teammate eviscerates the fourth wall by telling you which button makes you crouch. The net effect of this is that your highly trained engine of MAME wobbles around the first level with all the confidence of a jittery foal still dripping in amniotic fluid. Next up, we've got jumping. How many people do you know that jump, excluding long jumpers, high jumpers, basketball players and the mad? Probably none. But in games, everyone from soldiers to warriors to plumbers can jump, and worse yet, some of them can double jump. Not even people who jump for a living can double jump, because that would be defying the laws of physics. And speaking of defying physics, the only thing worse than a double jump is jumping out of water. And the only place where this is acceptable is at the Sea Life Centre when you're 12 years old and you're eating an ice cream with your mum. When it comes to games, there's a simple question that we always need to ask. Are you a dolphin? If the answer is anything other than yes, you may not jump out of water. Ever. In third place, we've got the shooters. Since the rise of card, shooting games have conformed like marching soldiers, sticking to the same thick-as-mince rules. We're digging into a selection box of stupid here, but these are our top picks. You're an elite operative who spent years training under the dehumanising regime of a ruddy, pig-eyed sergeant. But can you run further than a wheezy grandad? No. You can shoot enemies with a weapon designed to pierce armour and shred concrete, but is it as effective as stabbing someone with a knife that you could probably buy in Poundland? Also, no. And the last one, which you probably already guessed because you're brilliant and handsome and that, needs no explanation whatsoever. Health does not regenerate. Speaking as someone who knows, sneaking in real life is all creaking floorboards, popping joints and worrying about looking like a bit of a knob. But from that first tentative vent shuffling in Metal Gear Solid, stealth has been the beloved mechanic of developers who don't want to let you kill everything. Unfortunately, it's also always nonsense. Shadows act like antimatter, temporarily ripping you from the plane of existence while guards clomp past your position, and it's possible for a 17-stone, iron-clad barbarian to daintily hide behind a shrubbery.
You trying to hide? 'Cause I can see you plain as day.
And speaking of hiding in bushes, Skyrim even lets you pickpocket someone naked, like you're some kind of satchel-fondling, crevice-delving nude wizard. And finally, it's time for a snack. Since the days of side-scrolling beat-em-ups, food for some reason has been video game language for expertly administered first aid, but the dumbassery runs deeper than that.
Chicken.
Take Final Fight. Firstly, it tells us that it's okay for the mayor of a major city to react to a kidnapping in the following way.
No way, Hagar! Jessica's totally been kidnapped! What are you gonna do?
The only thing I know how to do. I'll drive some transsexuals.
But also that the best antidote for a gangland beatdown is eating food that you found in a bin. Because, nothing heals those stab wounds quite like a mouldy muck tramp burger. And in that special Skyrim way, the 5th Elder Scrolls game takes this to an epic scale, with bandits happy to take a lunch break mid-scratch while you snarf down 20 red apples and a venison chop.